The next topic in carbohydrate metabolism is citric acid cycle. Very important citric acid cycle. Okay, this cycle is also known as Krebs cycle or tricarboxylic acid cycle, means TCA cycle. Okay, Krebs cycle, tricarboxylic acid cycle. Here Krebs scientist name. Okay, he discovered this cycle. Okay, and then citric acid cycle essentially involves oxidation of acetyl-CoA to carbon dioxide and water. This is important thing. Okay, in the citric acid cycle, what will happen? Okay, here acetyl-CoA is undergoes oxidation. It finally gives carbon dioxide and water. Oxidation of acetyl-CoA to carbon dioxide and water. Okay, it is happened in citric acid cycle. Okay, here location where it is occurred in mitochondrial matrix. The enzymes required for citric acid cycle are located in mitochondrial matrix. Okay, next it is most important metabolic pathway for the energy supply to the body. Okay, citric acid cycle importance is it is important metabolic pathway for the energy supply to the body. Here about 65 to 70% of ATP is synthesized in the Krebs cycle. Okay, suppose if 100% ATP are 100% ATPs are present in our body, means out of 100%, 65 to 75% of ATPs are synthesized from this Krebs cycle only. This cycle is final common oxidative pathway for carbohydrates, fats, amino acids. This is important thing. This is final common oxidative pathway for carbohydrates, fats, amino acids. In the objective or GPAT question, question may be appear like that. Among the following, which cycle or which pathway is the final common oxidative pathway for carbohydrates or fats or amino acids? Then you need to choose citric acid cycle. Okay, here the name TCA cycle means tricarboxylic acid cycle, means tricarboxylic 3. Okay, used because tricarboxylic acid, 3 carboxylic acids are there. What are those? Citrate, cis aconitate, isocitrate. These are participated in citric acid cycle. Okay, citric acid cycle is known as tricarboxylic acid cycle. Why it is known as TCA cycle means, okay, citrate, cis aconitate, isocitrate. These 3 carboxylic acids are participated. That's why it is known as tricarboxylic acid cycle. Okay, this cycle utilizes 2/3 of total oxygen consumed by the body. Okay, you remember 2/3 of total oxygen consumed by the body by this cycle only. Okay, it is most important central pathway. Okay, central pathway. It is connecting almost all individual metabolic pathway either directly or indirectly. It is central pathway. Okay, means it is connecting almost all individual metabolic pathway either directly or indirectly. This is about significance of citric acid cycle. Okay, then see reactions of citric acid cycle. Reactions of citric acid cycle. Reactions. Okay, you can see overall 8 reactions are there. First one, formation of citrate. Next one, isomerization of citrate to isocitrate. Next one, alpha ketoglutarate. Next one, conversion of alpha ketoglutarate to succinyl-CoA. Next one, formation of succinate. Then conversion of succinate to fumarate. Next one, formation of malate. Then conversion of malate to oxaloacetate. You say first citrate is forming. After citrate is forming, citrate is converted to isocitrate. Then what will happen? From the isocitrate, alpha ketoglutarate is producing. Then alpha ketoglutarate is converted to succinyl-CoA. Then from the succinyl-CoA, succinate is producing. Then from the succinate, fumarate is forming. Then from the fumarate, malate is producing. From the malate, oxaloacetate is forming. Let's see the reactions one by one. Okay, here it is pyruvate. We know that in the aerobic condition of glycolysis, what is the end product? Pyruvate. Pyruvate is formed, right? This pyruvate, whatever formed in the glycolysis cycle, okay, it undergoes dehydrogenation. Means it undergoes oxidative decarboxylation. Okay, in the presence of pyruvate dehydrogenase and produce acetyl-CoA. The pyruvate which is formed in the glycolysis cycle, okay, it is converted to the acetyl-CoA by undergoing oxidative decarboxylation in the presence of pyruvate dehydrogenase enzyme. Let's see what will happen. Oxidative decarboxylation, right? Here this carbon dioxide group is removed. Okay, this carbon dioxide group is removed. In the place of carbon dioxide, here coenzyme is added. Coenzyme is added. You see. Then CH3CO acetyl-CoA is formed. Okay, what is the difference between these two? Only here CO is there. In the place of carbon dioxide, here coenzyme is added. Then in this NAD is converted to the NADH plus H plus. Okay. Then you keep in mind this step, conversion of pyruvate to acetyl CoA. This step is connecting step between glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Connecting step between glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Okay. Okay. Then acetyl CoA. Actually, the original Krebs cycle starts with acetyl CoA only. You keep in mind that. Okay. Acetyl CoA. Then it is having 2 carbon molecule, right? 2 carbon molecule of acetyl CoA and 4 carbon molecule of oxaloacetate. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons are there. 2 carbon molecule of acetyl CoA and 4 carbon molecule of oxaloacetate combine to produce 6 carbon molecule of citrate. 6 carbon molecule of citrate is forming in the presence of citrate synthase enzyme. Name itself indicating. Okay, it is involved in the formation of citrate synthase. It combines both oxaloacetate and acetyl CoA and produce citrate. Here in the citrate you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbons are there. Here this is CH2COO, which is from acetyl CoA. Okay, this CH2COO here it is CH2COO. Then here coenzyme is liberated here. This SCO is liberated in the form of coenzyme. Then what is remaining? This is CO and COO, right? Here C and the O is converted to OH and COO and CH2CO remaining. So 2 carbon molecule, 4 carbon molecule condense to produce 6 carbon molecule, that is citrate. Okay. Then in the presence of econitase enzyme, okay, citrate undergoes dehydration. Dehydration means removal of water molecule and produce cis-econitate Okay. How you can see here water molecule it is losing. You just observe the difference between these two, citrate and cis-econitate. Here you can see here CH2 is there. Here CH is there, means one hydrogen is lost from the CH2. Here this carbon having OH. Here there is no carbon. So this OH and H from CH2 will combine to produce water. This water molecule will be liberated. So double bond is formed. This is the basic difference between citrate and cis-econitate by the process of dehydration. Then same enzyme econitase will add water molecule, means hydration. Cis-econitate undergoes hydration in the presence of econitase to produce isocitrate. This time water molecule is adding. How you can see what is the difference between these two structures? You just observe the structure. Here there is no OH, but here OH is added. Okay. Then you can see here there is no hydrogen. Here one hydrogen is added. So OH plus H plus. You see this water molecule is added here. So isocitrate is formed. In the first reaction, water molecule is liberated. In the next reaction, water molecule is adding. So finally, citrate is converted to the isocitrate. You see here citrate, cis-econitate, isocitrate. These three are tricarboxylic acids. Okay, these three are participating in Krebs cycle. That's why these because of presence of these three, this cycle is also known as tricarboxylic acid cycle, TCA cycle. Next you see then whatever isocitrate is forming, it is isocitrate is converted to the alpha ketoglutarate through the formation of oxalosuccinate. How you can see? Okay, this is isocitrate. Then the enzyme isocitrate dehydrogenase. Okay, in the presence of isocitrate dehydrogenase, it converted to the oxalosuccinate by the liberation of 2 hydrogen molecule. Okay, how you can see? Where are you just see the difference between these two structures? Here OH is there. Okay, here OH is there. So one hydrogen from this OH is removed. Okay, then where is other? Here H is there. Here there is no H. So this H and this H, total hydrogen, okay, will be removed from this molecule, means undergoes dehydrogenation. Name itself dehydrogenase. So produce oxalosuccinate. Okay, one hydrogen from OH and one hydrogen from this carbon, okay, will be removed. So oxalosuccinate will be produced. The liberated hydrogen will combine with NAD and produce NADH plus H plus. These two hydrogens are coming from where? Isocitrate only. Okay, then the oxalosuccinate, same enzyme, isocitrate dehydrogenase, okay, converts the oxalosuccinate to alpha ketoglutarate by removing carbon dioxide, means by the process of decarboxylation. Whatever present in this carbon dioxide will be removed in the next step. You see the difference between these two structures. Here CH2COO, CH2COO. Here CH, COO is there. Here only CH, means this carbon dioxide group is removed. Otherwise decarboxylation. and remaining same CO, COO. So this is alpha ketoglutarate. This is alpha carbon having keto group. Alpha ketoglutarate will be produced. So finally from isocitrate to alpha ketoglutarate will be produced by undergoing oxidative decarboxylation. Then the alpha ketoglutarate is converted to the succinyl CoA by the enzyme of alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. Alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. How? You can see this reaction is similar to, I told you that this reaction is similar to that of this reaction. Whatever the reaction catalyzed by pyruvate dehydrogenase. How you can see? How you can see? Here this carbon dioxide group is removed by and removed means undergoes decarboxylation. In the place of carbon dioxide, what is adding? Coenzyme here. Coenzyme is adding. So succinyl CoA is formed. So what is the difference between these two? You see, CS2CO is there, CS2COO. Here CS2CS2. Here CO. But here COO is there. Here SCOA, coenzyme is there. In the place of carbon dioxide, here coenzyme is added. Means undergoes decarboxylation. Then meanwhile, NAD is converted to the NADH plus H plus. You keep in mind. There, here also you can observe, here carbon dioxide removed. Okay, then adding coenzyme in the place of carbon dioxide. Same, NAD is converted to the NADH plus H plus. That's why here pyruvate dehydrogenase catalyzed reaction, then alpha ketoglutarate catalyzed reactions are same. Okay, next after forming succinyl CoA, then succinate will be produced. The enzyme succinate thiokinase, we know that thiokinase means involved in phosphorus. Succinate thiokinase converts succinyl CoA to succinate. You just see the difference. Here this coenzyme is liberated in next time. Okay, this coenzyme here I represent coenzyme is removed from succinyl CoA. Then remaining the same CS2COO, CS2COO. Then CS2 it will be converted to COO. So this is succinate. From succinyl CoA, succinate will be produced by removal of coenzyme. Okay, this reaction catalyzed by succinate thiokinase. Here one thing you need to remember, here GDPPA combined to produce GTP. Here only GTP is forming, not ATP. Okay, here ATP, either ATP or GTP also producing, here GTP is forming. Okay, then succinate to fumarate will be produced in the presence of succinate dehydrogenase enzyme. Succinate dehydrogenase means removal of hydrogen molecule, means undergoing dehydrogenation. Here you just observe these two structures, fumarate and succinate. Here this carbon having CH2, okay, 2 hydrogens. Here how many? This carbon having only 1 H, means 1 hydrogen is lost from this carbon, and this carbon also having CH2. This carbon is also having CH2, but this carbon having CH. 1 hydrogen from this carbon and 1 hydrogen from this carbon, both are liberated. So both will be combined to FAD and converted to FADH. FAD gains hydrogen from these two and converted to FADH. Then after losing hydrogen molecule, succinate will be converted to fumarate. After losing hydrogen, double bond is formed between these two carbon. Double bond is formed. Okay, fumarate. Then fumarase enzyme. Then fumarase enzyme converts the fumarate to malate by hydration. Means by adding water molecule. By adding water molecule, you see here this is CHCOO. CHCOO is there, but you can see the difference. Okay, here this carbon having CH2 means 1 nitrogen is added to here. 1 nitrogen is added to this carbon. So this CH is converted to the CH2. Then CH is there. Here CH is there. But here 1 nitrogen OH is there. So this H and 1 nitrogen from here this CH2, this OH is added. So undergoes hydration, right? So L malate will be added. So I represent adding water molecule is added. So then finally L malate is converted to the oxaloacetate by the enzyme malate dehydrogenase. Okay, malate undergoes dehydrogenation, means removal of hydrogen molecule. Okay, will produce oxalosuccinate. How you can see here CH and CH2 is there. This hydrogen and 1 hydrogen from here. This hydrogen and this hydrogen will be liberated. You see, then converted to COCOO. Hydrogen from here, this hydrogen will be liberated. Remaining all are same. So oxalosuccinate is formed. This is overall cycle. But here this oxalosuccinate is regenerated in TCA cycle. Okay. Here and remember that oxalosuccinate having catalytic activity in citric acid cycle. If the objective type question, which component among the following doing catalytic activity in citric acid cycle means oxalosuccinate. This is about overall cycle of reactions of citric acid cycle. Then see, this is the summary of TCA cycle, overall reaction. Okay, overall reaction means we know that okay, here acetyl-CoA. I told you that pyruvate is not starting point. Here this pyruvate is obtained from glycolysis cycle. Acetyl-CoA is starting point. Okay, here acetyl-CoA. Okay, one molecule of acetyl-CoA is participated and 3 NAD is added. 3 NAD are adding. Where 3 NAD you can see here. 1 NAD is here and another NAD is here. And another, where is the another NAD? Here. So 3 NAD plus added. Then 1 FAD is added or participated in TCA. Where is 1 FAD? Here. 1 FAD is here. Okay. Then GDP plus PA phosphate is added. Where GDP plus PA? You can see here. Here GDP plus inorganic phosphate added. Then 2 molecules of water is added. Where here 1 molecule of water is added. And here also 1 molecule of water is added. Here and as well as here 2 molecules of water is added. But here 1 molecule is liberated, you keep in mind. Here 2 molecules of water are added. So 2 carbon dioxides are produced. 2 carbon dioxide. Where you can see here this is 1 carbon dioxide and this carbon dioxide. So 1 acetyl-CoA convert 2 molecules of carbon dioxide producing. And this 3 NAD is converted to the 3 NADH plus 3H plus. 1 FAD is converted to the 1 FADH. GDP and PA combined to give GTP. Then coenzyme. Okay, this is about summary of TCA cycle. And one more thing, you keep in mind that here 2 molecules of pyruvate is produced in glycolysis. You keep in mind. But all the reactions I shown with 1 molecule only. 2 molecules of pyruvate is produced. Okay, here 2 molecules of pyruvate producing means 2 molecules of acetyl-CoA produced. Okay, like that you keep in mind. Okay, here and you keep in mind here 2 molecules of pyruvate participating means 2 NAD is participating. Okay, if 2 means like that. If 2 coenzymes are separated, liberated, then you see the energetics of number of ATPs produced in citric acid cycle. Let's see. We know that in the glycolysis cycle, how many net ATPs? 7 ATPs are synthesized. That I have discussed in my previous video. Then from pyruvate dehydrogenase, 2 NADH are produced. These 2 NADH are participated in electron transportation chain and oxidation phosphorylation. We know that 1 NADH will produce 2.5 ATPs. 2 NA means 5 ATPs. Where this pyruvate dehydrogenase? This is the pyruvate dehydrogenase. This NJ. Okay. This is not a part of TCA cycle. Starting from acetyl-CoA, that you keep in mind. That's why I separated here. Then citric acid cycle. Then go enter into citric acid cycle. Isocitrate dehydrogenase catalyzer reaction. Where isocitrate dehydrogenase? Here isocitrate dehydrogenase is there. Here how many ATPs? Okay. Here you can see 1 NADH plus 2 S plus are producing. Actually, how many producing? 2 molecules are producing. Okay, actually 2 molecules are producing. So 1 molecule of isocitrate, 1 NADH is forming. 2 molecules, 2 NADH. So 2 NADH will give 5 ATPs. Then alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. Where is the alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase? Here alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. Here also 1 NADH is forming. For 1 molecule of alpha ketoglutarate, 1 NADH will produce. Here 2 molecules, everywhere 2, 2, 2, 2. So 2 NADH are produced. So here 2 NADH means okay 5 ATPs only. In this cycle I represent with 1 component. Actually 2 components are produced. Then succinate thiokinase. Here it undergoes substrate level phosphorylation 2 ATPs. Where is the succinate thiokinase? Here succinate thiokinase. Here this is the succinate thiokinase. Here 2 ATPs. Nothing but here GTP. For one component into succinyl-CoA, 1 GTP will produce. 2 components means 2 GTP. Here GTP or ATP will be produced. So 2 ATPs. This is substrate level phosphorylation. Then succinate dehydrogenase. Here succinate dehydrogenase 2 FADH are producing.
2-FADH. Where is the succinate dehydrogenase? You can see here 1-FAD is forming for participation of one molecule. Actually 2 are forming, so 2-FADH are producing. 1-FADH will produce how many? 1.5. 2-FADH means 3. So malic dehydrogenase. How many? Here 2 NADH are participating. 2 NADH are producing. How malic dehydrogenase? For one molecule, 1 NAD is producing. For 2 molecules, 2. So each NADH will produce 2.5. 2 NADH means 5 ATPs overall produced. So, and you see here 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 2, 12, 12 plus 3, 15, 15 plus 5, 20. Overall 20 ATPs are produced. 20 ATPs are produced in 20 ATPs are produced in citric acid cycle. Overall how many? 20 ATPs. For two molecules of acetyl-CoA. Okay, 20 ATPs are produced. For one molecule of acetyl-CoA, 10 only. Okay, 20 ATPs are produced. Then you see in the glycolysis, okay, here in the glycolysis starts with which molecule? Glucose only. The glucose finally converted to pyruvate. The pyruvate is participated in the, okay, pyruvate is converted to acetyl-CoA. That pyruvate is finally entered into the TCA cycle and converted to carbon dioxide water only. You see total ATP per mole glucose under aerobic condition means it is combined of both glycolysis and citric acid cycle, because here glucose is starting molecule of glycolysis cycle. That glucose is converted to the pyruvate. Here starting molecule of citric acid cycle, what is then pyruvate only. Okay, so that pyruvate is finally converted to the, okay, carbon dioxide water. Let's see here total ATP per mole of 1 mole of glucose under aerobic condition. How many? 32. Here 20 ATPs in citric acid cycle. In glycolysis 7 ATPs, 27. The pyruvate dehydrogenase 5. So 20 plus 7 plus 27 plus 5, 32 ATPs are produced. Total 8. Here I told you that this is aerobic condition only. In the remember aerobic condition only. In anaerobic condition, there is no ATP produced in citric acid cycle. Even though NADH are participate, they will not produce any ATPs. That you keep in mind. Okay. Total ATP per mole of glucose under anaerobic condition. Total ATP per mole of glucose under anaerobic condition. How many? 2. How 2? You see, we know that in the glycolysis cycle, these 2 ATPs also glycolysis, not citric acid. In the citric acid cycle, in anaerobic condition, no ATP will produce. That you keep in mind. How to? In glycolysis cycle, energy generation phase, 4 ATPs are produced. Okay, in that pathway, I shown you 2 ATPs only, but for that is for one molecule. Actually, 2 molecules are producing, so 4 ATPs. Okay, in energy investment phase of glycolysis, 2 ATPs are utilized. So 4 minus 2, how much? 2. These 2 ATPs are produced in anaerobic condition for glucose, for total ATP per mole of glucose under anaerobic condition. This is the overall concept of citric acid cycle. Thank you very much.